Hey guys, I want to give you a quick apology. I am feeling completely under the weather right now, and I just took the COVID test, so hopefully it comes back negative, and I will be making videos continually, but if I get worse, then they may stop, and I will give you guys some information about that in the community tab or on Twitter, but I do want to apologize for sounding a little bit sick on the mic.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. Rose recently made a video on her channel on a Dragon Ball fanfiction story where Krillin, he asked Bulma some dating advice about him dating Android 18, and there is a connection there that is extremely apparent, and I would recommend for you guys to watch that video once you guys are done with this one. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description below in the top comment. Go ahead and check it out. But as I was thinking more and more about this topic, I started realizing, is there anything that we've seen in fan mangas or anything like that that shows Krillin asking Android 18 out? And there is actually, not in fan mangas though, it's actually in a little unknown game called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. In this game, there is a whole mission where you as Gohan help Krillin get a date with Android 18. Now let me set the mood for you and let you know exactly how this goes down. So Master Roshi tells Gohan that Krillin has had Android 18 on his mind all this time and he can't get her out of it. So if you guys can find Android 18 so that way Krillin can talk to her, that'd be great. And Krillin doesn't really know where Android 18 is because of the fact that she's got no key, which is a huge reason why you wouldn't be able to find her. She'd be very aloof. At the end of Dragon Ball Z Cell arc, she just kind of flies away after eavesdropping on Krillin, taking away the bomb out of her chest. So she is probably going to be one of the harder characters to pin down and locate. But that doesn't seem to be the case in here because Krillin turns around and there she is, Android 18 in all her glory, and she's there. She says she's been looking for him because she wanted to in person tell him thank you for removing the bomb out of her chest, because that would have been one of the best ways to destroy her. And now, I mean, you probably need a character that is at her strength or higher to be able to blow her up. So Krillin basically saved her life from a weakling being able to destroy her. Krillin's like, don't mention it, and then Android 18's like, alright, well, I'm out of here. And she's like about to leave, and this is where Krillin finds his inner strength. He finds his balls and he's like, hey, Android 18, I got a question for you. And she's like, spit it out. She's very direct, Android 18, very intense and very direct. Like, she does not like to goof around. She does not like to play around. She is a very serious character. So Krillin, who's a little bit more goofy, is her perfect yin and yang. And so Krillin musters up the courage and says, would you go on a date with me? And you know, he's probably having huge levels of anxiety, asking like, first of all, any of us asking Android 18 now would have huge levels of anxiety, but he probably has a lot of anxiety going into this. And Android 18 responds with, yeah, sure, no problem. I'll come back tomorrow. Boom, done. That's it. That's all it takes, guys. You gotta give out that first step. You gotta reach out and find the courage and do it, and then it'll happen. And she leaves. She comes back the next day and says this.
Greetings.
Hello.
Thanks a bunch.
So you know she's excited about this date. And Krillin's like, alright, great, you know, ignoring that little fact. And he's like, you know, I went ahead and reserved us seats at this really nice restaurant. And the thought of Krillin reserving seats anywhere is just hilarious to me. And Android 18's like, well, I mean, I don't really eat, so, I mean, I wouldn't have anything to do at the restaurant, but sure, I'll go. And that is it. And of course, yeah, Android 18 doesn't need to eat, but yet she does other things like normal women do, so I don't know. Krillin gets his date with Android 18, and that is how they ended up going out together. I would only imagine that after this, they probably hit it off on that first date. She obviously finds him attractive. She found him attractive when she first saw him, and so they hit it off on that date. And then they probably had many more until I would imagine a one-night stand leads to Marin, And as we can see right here, this is another mission that you get later down the line in the Buu Saga. Krillin is all depressed because he is looking for a job. He has no job qualifications or skills, and he's looking for one, but he cannot find one, so he's all depressed. And Android 18 wants to make him happier, but she realizes that it's very important for him to get a job. So I would imagine that those troubles probably went along for a while until Krillin landed a job as a police officer, and then that gives you great pay, great pension, benefits, overtime. You can't go wrong with it. And Krillin couldn't, and now he makes enough money to move out of Master Roshi's house. He's got his own house, he's got his wife and his kid, and he's living happy. So I'm really happy for Krillin in this. This is definitely a little nugget of information that we really didn't know previously, but Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, it does this thing where it just grants you so much information and wisdom without it really feeling like it's too tacked on and it ruins really too much. I mean, some people might say it ruins things, but I don't think so. But if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure you drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today, I'm going to be responding to Panos Giannopoulos. Do a video about how did you meet Rosescape. I don't think that really merits an entire video, but I can just kind of summarize it here since the whole concept of this video is talking about dating. And I met Rosescape. I worked at Walmart as a baker. I got hired, and then a week later, after I got hired, Rose got hired as a cake decorator. And as soon as I saw her, it was like time stopped and I was just entranced with her. I completely fell in love and I fell head over heels, and as soon as our shit was over, I went and I asked her out on a date. In our first date, we went to a park that night, I believe, or the night after, and we went there just to talk. And she opened up her trunk, and in the trunk was like a whole bunch of anime shit, like mangas and swords and all of Dragon Ball's manga and like Dragon Ball plushies and stuff and all this sort of thing. And that's when I knew that I found the right girl, and I gave her a big hug, and you know, we made out, and that was it. That was our first date. But thank you so much for asking that question, and I appreciate your comment. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.